Hello, Tenno Zelp here. Today we'll be looking at the Fomorian Sabotage mission, or you can call it the Balor Fomorian Event, and basically how to do it. By the time this video is uploaded, you should still have like slightly less than 4 days to finish this, and make sure you go do it. This is not the first time this event came out. I believe this is the 6th time, and it started since October 2015, so there is a huge chance that it will appear again in the future. Besides the event rewards, like in this case it's credits and also catalyst, another reason you might find yourself grinding in this mission is to get all of the Imperator Vandal parts. It is a very decent arc-wing rifle, which I think you should definitely get it, even if it's just for the MR. To start the Fomorian Sabotage mission, you need to have a Fomorian Disruptor, which you can buy its blueprint from the market at 5k credits. Don't worry, it is reusable, so you only have to purchase it once. And to craft it, you need 3.5k nanospores, 300 cryotics, which you can get from excavation missions, and 4 omega isotopes. Now the question here is probably, where do you get omega isotopes? And it is dropped at any land missions on the planet the event is based on. So for example, in this case, the planet is Pluto. So what you have to do is just go to Pluto, go to any land mission. It shouldn't be on spaceship, and just farm there, and you should have no trouble getting your omega isotopes. Once you finish crafting the disruptor, make sure that you equipped it as a gear and you are ready to start the event. So if you click over to Pluto, you can actually see the Balor Fomorian right over here, and it is actually really close to the Arcus relay, because the idea is that the Fomorian is here to destroy this relay, and if we don't do something about it and the time comes, it will actually destroy this relay permanently, and we really just don't want that to happen. So in the event, although we are trying to destroy it, we can't actually do it ourselves in the mission. So the idea for the mission and the objective in the mission is actually to do as much damage as possible on the Fomorian, such that collectively, from every single player that is playing Warframe and is doing this event, collective damage will be enough to destroy the Fomorian. So you can actually see the Fomorian's integrity right over here, which is 94.7%. That is how much more you have to do before it gets destroyed, and this is also the time of event, which is also the time we have before it destroys the relay, and if we don't do something about it, we will lose the Pluto's relay. So immediately when you start the mission, you will actually see your objective right in front of you. All you have to do is just go towards it. By the way, this is probably not a very good idea to run solo, but I feel like this is a way that I can show you how it's done more accurately. Okay, so yeah, so basically head towards the objective, and occasionally you might get trapped by something called a Zeph lens, and let's see if I will get trapped. There you go, that's a Zeppelin, and what it does is it produces this bubble which you cannot cross, so you have to just aim it and shoot it. Okay, once it's dead, the bubble will be gone. So that is really just what you have to do. So there you go, it's dead and the bubble is gone. So now head towards it. So when you go close enough, you actually see these gaps, and these are the places that you kind of want to go in. And this whole big thing is the Fomorian, and yeah, so that is the thing that you want to go in. So by shooting this, it will lower that laser thing and you can go in. Okay, so there is 2 ways of doing this. First one is to just shoot the center until it explodes. I think this is my 3rd hit. Okay, I think it takes about 4 hits to destroy it. Oh my god, I'm dying. So now I'm going to the other side. You'll realize that the shield is still up, so you still can't go into the Fomorian. So you have to go to the other side and destroy this one as well. So the first hit will remove the cover, Okay, now the easier way of doing this is not just to aim the middle, but to aim the petals at the sides. Okay, so if you shoot the petals, that's one hit, and shoot the other one, that's two hits, and immediately this whole thing will explode. Alright, so instead of shooting 4 times, in my case on the center, you can actually hit the petals just 1 each, and that will do more damage. And okay, so again, the objective here is not to destroy it by yourself, but to do as much damage as possible. And this is the part where your Fomorian disruptor is going to be of use, because it is protected by a shield, so when you use this, it removes that shield. Now you could shoot the center of it and that does damage, but by shooting these yellow knots, that's gonna do even more damage. So that is what you want to do as much damage as you can so that you could save the relay. Yeah, and I would actually advise, especially if you're doing solo, like as you're shooting, move away, because first thing is when you're inside this whole place, you can't, oh there you go, so now he's immune again and there's nothing you can do, so you just want to get out of there. The moment you enter the Fomorian, you can't actually use any skill. You can see at the bottom I'm silenced, so yeah, so you want to be careful. You can't use the like for example this skill to help you escape and stuff. Now right now that whole thing is going to sort of purge itself. So if you are in range, you will fail the mission. So you have to get out as far away as possible from the Fomorian. There is a minimum range that you have to meet, which is 350 meters away from the Fomorian, from the center of the Fomorian. So something that I failed to mention while I was playing is that the core has 16 knots. And if you are playing with a group of friends, you kind of want to go around it so that immediately when the shield is off, you destroy all 16 knots from every single angle, and then do as much damage as you can on the core before the shield comes back up, and then run out as fast as you can. So that is the idea here, and I'm going to show you my setup, basically what kind of items that I was going in with, and it's really basic stuff. Over here I have the Itzel, I hope I pronounced that correctly, and it's sort of built with tankiness because especially when you get hit by the bubble, you do not want to die because of that. And also when you are aiming on the two things at the top, you also do not want to lose too much health to the enemies around you. Again, when you're shooting the core as well, there are enemies around attacking you, so that is just what I prefer to go in with, which is a little bit more tankiness. Okay, and this is it's not format, it's not potatoed, it's just this 4 mods in play. The next thing is the weapons, and again the weapons is really simple. I did not even use my melee weapon. The reason why I'm using these 2 weapons because I want to level them up, but for the modding on the gun I did do something. Again, it's not format, but I use corrosive, and the reason why I'm using corrosive is because first of all, we are fighting against Grineer type enemies, and their armor is actually weak against corrosive, the ferrite armor. And the Zeppelins, they are using ferrite armor. I can't actually say for the core. I believe the core does not have a health type. It's more of a item kind of thing. So but however, with this 2 mods on, potentially if it crits, I can actually destroy a Zeppelin in 1 hit. So it does help. Without this, I need multiple hits. So by having corrosive on, it definitely help you in escaping from the bubbles. And another thing about the bubble is that if you have an ally that is trapped in the bubble, as a friend, you can actually shoot the Zeppelin from outside of the bubble, but you can't actually go in, and your friend can't actually go out, but you could shoot through, so you could help out your friend if he's trapped. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope it is clear enough and that you guys know what you're doing when you enter the mission. There is something that I hope that you guys could help me with. Whoever that knows the answer to this, just let me know in the comments. The question is, like, so what if the relay is destroyed? First of all, we have other relays. Second of all, every single relay looks the same. And third of all, we know that if a relay gets too congested, DE is just gonna increase, like it's gonna put in multiple channels anyway, so like what's the point of saving this relay? So think about it and let me know in the comments, cause I've been thinking about it and I don't even know if I want to spend time, like besides getting the rewards and getting that Vandal thing that I still haven't get. But yeah, besides that, I really don't know why am I saving Pluto's relay. So, as always, like, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a pleasant day, Tennos. Bye bye.